later, we all must come to realizations, like time. They say time flies when you're having fun. Albert Einstein once said that if you stick your hand on a stove for only a minute, it'd feel like an hour. But guys, if you talk to a pretty girl for an hour, it'd only feel like a minute. You see, our lives revolve around this concept of time. We are constantly rushing around, always crunched, trying to get from one thing to the next. Sooner or later, we must come to the realization that we only have a certain amount of time. And within that, we must make choices. Every choice we make has a purpose and has the power to affect everyone around us. Although we only have a certain amount of hours, minutes, seconds, moments, choose to do what is most meaningful and most fulfilling to you. So at the end of our short time, not only will we have our choices matter and our moments matter, but we have made our lives matter. A time not too long ago, I had a dream, or an aspiration, if you will. You see, my whole life, I was always the kid that wanted to help people. Not because I wanted to get a better grade in class, and not because I wanted other kids to like me, but because I had a genuine desire to assist others. Throughout my whole life, I have also had a true passion for this country and the utmost respect for those who protect it. Some say there's no place like home. I say there is no place like the United States of America. Realizing my love for my country and my love for service, I made the choice to prepare myself for the United States Coast Guard Academy. Yep, that's right. This little girl was gonna be a coastie. Looking at me now, you probably never would have guessed that I was ready to ride the high seas and fight the good fight. After making my decision to actively pursue the academy, I started training a year in advance for a summer program, which was the next step into being accepted. I knew that when my acceptance came, I had to be physically ready and mentally prepared for a week of challenges that I had no prior experience to compare to. So, I started walking a little straighter. I walked with a purpose. I even changed my watch to military time. I would have asked you to punch my abs, but I really didn't want you to break your hand. And if I ever needed any help finding my beach ball, I would just tell people that it was this big, this round, and it went that way. My week at the academy came and went. As much as I was able to complete every task they threw at me, I realized that I really was just not cut out for it. Although my dreams of the Coast Guard Academy changed, my choice for service did not. This year, I was able to make my choice for service matter not only in my life, but in the lives of many. Texas FFA, we have the power to choose what we want to do. Every day, we must make choices. Take the time and think. Think about the choices that you have made or you're going to make in the future. For some of you, it might be, where am I going to go to college? For other people, it might be, should I stay up and watch that Texas Rangers game or study for a big test? These choices are completely different, but they are still capable of having the same impact on not your life and the lives around you. We must recognize that we have the ultimate ability to choose. No one can make up your mind for you. It's not necessarily our abilities that show us who we really are, it's our choices. We only have a certain amount of time. And within that, we can make an infinite amount of choices. So, choose to do something. Choose to make it matter. Choose to do what is most meaningful and most fulfilling to you. If you don't like something, make a choice to change it. Choose to be a Fruit Loop in a bowl of Cheerios. This is your life, and you choose how to live it. Although our time is limited, what we choose to do with it is limitless. Texas FFA, I challenge you to make your choices matter. So we now know that our time is limited, but what we choose to do with it is not. Have you ever wondered what life would be like without time? No real measurement of hours or minutes, but instead, what if life was measured by memories or by moments? How small is a moment? Or can it even be measured? Life is full of moments. They're what we remember. Just stop and think with me. Every day we get up, we get ready, we go to school, yada, 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 same old, same old. But if we really stop and think about life right now, you and I are just sitting in this building. And this building is just sitting on top of this giant rock that's composed of elements that's spinning around on its own axis at 1,000 miles an hour. That's pretty crazy, right? I mean, not only are we rotating in a circle at such a high rate of speed, we are literally being flung around a giant star that we call the sun that is 109 times the size as Earth. And that's not even the weirdest part. I mean, the force of gravity is pulling us around this giant fiery ball at 67,000 miles an hour, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even though we are 92,960,000 miles away through this huge black emptiness that some guy in some room somewhere one day decided to call space. And we're just like, just a normal day. There is nothing normal about that. At any given moment, something could change. It takes one moment to make the biggest impact. For instance, every marathon starts with just one step. But if you're not a fan of running like me, to be healthier, it's one less cookie. You see, it starts with one choice to make your moments matter. Sure, one may seem small, but maybe it's the little things that can make all the difference. Maybe it's the little things that count because you never know what they might lead to. We remember moments. It's kind of like that old saying that you may forget what someone did or what someone said, but you will always remember the way they made you feel. You see, each moment has the potential to hold something great, and we have the potential to do something great in each of these moments. Together, we can make a huge impact whether we realize it or not. It doesn't have to be some big production. Maybe we take out the time to hold open the door for someone or pick up something that someone else dropped. You can choose to make it simple, but if you truly make it matter, it'll end up being significant. Think of all the good that we could do in any random moment. Sure, we're just one person that is just flying through space, but we are able to change the world, able to be a blessing to others one moment at a time. Texas FFA, make your moments matter. Seize every moment of every day. You never know. What you do with them can make all the difference. Although we can measure life in moments, real life is also measured by time. Every day we have places to be, people to see, and the clock ticks and time goes by. It seems that harsh words and the loving truth often go hand in hand. The truth is that we all only have a set amount of time here on planet Earth. We shouldn't just go through life as just another day, but instead wake up every day with a sense of urgency and a genuine belief that something great is going to happen. Our lives are not only a gift to us, but we can make them a gift to others if we make our lives matter. I once read a short essay by a girl named Brooke Bronkowski, and Brooke was passionate about her religion and her relationship with God. She focused her whole life around that and got others to grow closer to him as well. When she was only 12 years old, she wrote a short essay entitled, "Since I Have My Life Before Me." Please focus your attention to the screen and follow along.
I'll live my life to the fullest. I'll be happy. I'll brighten up. I will be more joyful than I have ever been. I will be kind to others. I will loosen up. I will tell others about Christ. I will go on adventures and change the world. I will be bold and not change who I really am. I will have no troubles, but instead help others with their troubles.
You see, I'll be one of those people who live to be history makers at a young age. Oh, I'll have moments, good and bad, but I will wipe away the bad and only remember the good. In fact, that's all I remember. Just good moments. Nothing in between, just living my life to the fullest.
I'll be one of those people who goes somewhere with a mission, an awesome plan, a world-changing plan, and nothing will hold me back. I'll set an example for others. I will pray for direction.
I have my life before me. I will give others the joy I have, and God will give me more joy. I will do everything God tells me to do. I will follow the footsteps of God. I will do my best.
Those words have inspired my life, and I hope that they have just inspired all of you. When Brooke was only 14, her life ended due to a tragic car accident. She wrote those words when she was just 12 years old. Her life may have been short, but it was not wasted. Her life here may have stopped, but her impact has not. Her passion continues to inspire others, even today. Even though we're young and we don't have all the experience in the world, we can still make a huge impact. Like Brooke, we can still make our lives matter. There was once a man named Norman Burlaw, and Norman was an American agronomist. It is said that his work with crossbreeding and selective breeding of plants and crops is said to have saved over 1 billion people from starvation. Most people a different race from him, people he never knew, and people that would never know him. He didn't do it for the praise or for the credit, but for the sole fact that he was passionate about agriculture and wanted to make a difference for the good of humanity. Brooke and Norman had the dedication and spent the time to truly change the world, and were able to fulfill themselves by living out their passions. We have that same ability if we truly make our lives matter. Close your eyes and think. Think about what you spend most of your time doing. Ask yourself, in the long run, does that really impact my fulfillment? Am I really that passionate about it? Open your eyes. You know that thing that you've always wanted to do? You should go do it. Time is constantly being spent. We must spend time doing what we love and what we are passionate about. If it's worth your time, take the time to do it. And if it takes time, make sure it's worth it. Trust your instincts. Do the unexpected. Eat that extra piece of chocolate cake. Laugh out loud at your own jokes because you are just that funny. Look up and around every once in a while and take the time to notice the beauty of where you are. Take a chance. Be courageous. Try and accomplish as many things as possible before the microwave beeps. Why? Smile all the time. Why? Because at any given moment, there are a million things to smile about. Do any and all of these things that make you feel most fulfilled. Texas FFA, our life is short. We should spend our time doing what we love, so that way when our time here is up, it will not have been time wasted, but time well spent. Texas FFA, make your life matter. My hope for you is that you will live a life you're proud of. Your world and your life is what you make it. Make it matter. You are anything and everything that you have ever wanted to be. Be so in love with your life because life is far too short to be anything else. Everyone, stick up your right hand, raise them high in the air. Up, 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 great. Take your hand and place it over your heart. You feel that beating, thumping around in there? Yeah, you're alive. Your life has a purpose. You are living. You occupy space. You have a mass, so you matter. Texas FFA, you are good enough. Recognize that you have the ability to choose. Understand that your time is limited, but the influence that you can have is not, and know that you can impact your own fulfillment. If you love life, it'll love you right back. God has blessed us with this life, so let's celebrate it. If you make your choices, your moments matter, you have chose to make your life matter. Texas FFA, your life is your message to the world, so make it matter.